Really? Man. This happens every January, honestly. If you haven't seen the news, now you've seen it. The thumbnail says it all, but you've seen it. I know you have. That's why you're watching this video. Mattaes Phillipou will miss the start of the season, with scans revealing a stress fracture in his right femur. Oh, man. He pulled up a little sore on Friday, so they monitored over the long weekend. He had some pain still yesterday. That's why he didn't train. If you watched my latest video, which was mainly around Dougal Howard, and we've got an update of his status as well, so stay tuned. They sent him for scans, and that confirmed the diagnosis. He was spotted on crutches at Sandringham Cafe, I believe, yesterday, and that's where the rumours started to swirl. It went on Reddit. That was deleted, so people thought maybe misinformation, but it was proven true. He is on crutches. He will be for the next couple of weeks, and then we're looking at 10 to 12 weeks of rehabilitation. You can't even script this stuff. Rehabilitation and reloading after that. I don't want to make a big deal out of it because I want to be that guy to say, well, we've got players that can stand up, but he is that player. He is the player that I'm most excited to see. He is the midfielder, the young gun that in every podcast that I've been on in the pre-season, I've said I'm most bullish about him. And now I'm not going to be able to see him for half a season. That hurts. That annoys me. I know it's probably not in his control. I swear, if he did any of that wrestling stuff, and that's the reason, on Friday, mate, that's going to make me upset. But I'm just going to say the club probably, I'm going to assume they did the right thing and he wasn't part of that. And it's got nothing to do with that. That's just me talking silly. But, I mean, they soften the blow when they say he's going to miss the start of the season. Yeah, he's going to miss the start of the season in, less than 8 weeks' time. He's going to be on crutches for a couple of weeks. So that takes us to the 10th of Feb. So give another 4 weeks. He's going to miss probably, I reckon it's going to be close to nearly up to the bye, to be honest. Because when players at St Kilda get injured, they don't get injured and then just rehabilitate on time. They get injured, rehabilitate, get close to return, then they have a minor setback that is persistent for about 50 weeks after that. So that's just me being realistic and maybe a pessimist to some, but it's just shit news. It's shit news, and Dougal Howard's going to be sidelined. He dislocated his shoulder, so that was confirmed. They don't know the severity still of the dislocation, so it could be weeks, it could be months. They don't know. So that is something that David Misson said they need more clarity on. Rowan Marshall was also on light duties, will be on light duties until round 1, managing a back issue, which is not good. So he's not going to be in full training really up until we play Adelaide in round 1 on March 16. So that's potentially going to be touch and go. So Harry Boyd, get ready. And then we know about Paddy Dow and his knee infection. And Hunter Clark had a bit of a groin, but he's making strides, while Liam Henry has resumed portions of training, closing in on a return to full training in the coming weeks. So that's two good things. Tyru as well, or Toru, however you want me to say it, I don't know. He's now running as his program builds, while Liam Stocker and Max King are both in full training, so no problems there. So a summary of the injury list at the moment. Clark 2 to 3 weeks, Liam Henry 4 to 6 weeks, but they're on the mend, so they'll be back. The Flying Viking back 4 to 8 weeks, but he's on the mend. Marshall, we're going to be watching him closely until round 1. Mattaes, it says 10 to 14 weeks, but you don't really know with these things. Dougal Howard, TBC, we need to wait to see the severity, and Paddy Dow, TBC. So when it rains, it pours, because a week ago, half that list wasn't there. It was just Liam Henry, Hunter Clark, pretty much, and the Flying Viking, and that was it. Now we've added 4 players that would be probably best 22. Marshall, Phillipou, Dougs, and Paddy Dow will probably sneak in if he's in form. That's, midfield's taken a bit of a hit there, losing, well, not losing, but it's just the setbacks. You want players to be going into round 1 fully fit, a full preseason under their belt, not coming in off limited training, this and that. Like, that just sets you behind the 8 ball a little bit. But I know it's probably not in our control, and I know Mattaes has been pushing himself this preseason, and he's looked amazing. Like from what I've seen on weekends when I've been there a couple of times, he's been there running laps. But supposedly he's learned you can't just continually push yourself because things like this are going to happen. So I'm just going to put it down to, again, just bad luck for the St Kilda Football Club. It's just, I don't know. I'm sure we can cover him. Like, I'm sure someone will step up. I mean, maybe it's a Steele, McRae, Sinclair opening bounce with Marshall or Boyd in round one. Maybe we just go full seniors. There's no kids in there. Just go full all Australian stars there, all midfield guns. Put them in, to win games early, and then nurse Mattaes back in. But then he's probably going to have to go back to Sandy to get minutes. So you say 10 to 14 weeks. That's just to get to be able to play again. He's not going to come straight back into AFL level, is he? Like, you're going to play him in VFL for 1 week. So that stretches it out to 15, 16 weeks. I don't know. Throw in the bye there. It's a long stint. Like, I know they're trying to make it seem not as serious with the headline, but I'm not fooled by it. It's going to be a long journey. So that's a major, the one player that I'm most excited to see. It's Max King 1 year. It's Phillipou the next. It's always the young guns that have the setbacks. Always. Not to say that I want the setback to be a senior player, but I'm just saying it's always the kids that have a promising future and are ready to take the game by storm, So hopefully it's just one more little chapter in Mattaes' journey of becoming a A-grader, becoming a superstar that we all know he can be. And we wish him all the best in the recovery, but yeah, that's just shit news. And for Dougs and obviously Marshall and everyone else that's on the injury list, it's not great. Not this close to round one. So yeah, Mattaes Phillipou missing a chunk of the season. That's how I read it. Missing a chunk of the season. Yeah, shitty news for the start of the week, but it's news nonetheless, and hopefully appreciate me reporting it in this emotional fashion. So on that note, Saners, take care. Enjoy your week as much as you can now. Leave a comment. Obviously, subscribe. Let's get to the next milestone when we can. We're pretty close, I think. And I'll see you in the next video. But yeah, enjoy your week. Take care. And as always, go you mighty Saners. See you guys.